Jay and Dan is filmed live in front of no studio audience.
Hey guys, I'm back from my vacation at Bob McKenzie's cottage.
And I went somewhere else.
So, what'd we miss?
Not much.
Erik Karlsson, he got traded though, right?
Nope.
Huh. I'm assuming the Jays called up Vladdy Guerrero Jr.?
Oh, no.
That would have been nice. Hey, weren't we supposed to reveal producer Tim's identity?
Turns out we waited too long.
He just decomposed and no one noticed?
I guess so, yeah.
So no one thought to move his skeleton?
No.
Well, our security passes worked and we're back. I always wonder, I'm like, is this the day?
This is the day they finally shut him down. But no, we're back for season 2 here on TSN. Very thrilled that you joined us for another year of Sports Center with Jay and Dan. Going to be a lot of laughs and I don't know what else.
Tears?
Maybe some tears. Our good friend Rob Vanstone, a longtime writer for the Regina Leader-Post, said this Labor Day weekend was when he wanted to see the Rough Riders bury the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. He used the word bury. Did it happen?
I don't know, I guess we're going to find out.
We're going to find out. I'm going to tell you. We're off to Regina. Saskatchewan has won 12 of the last 13 Labor Day weekend meetings at home. Matt Nichols threw 2 interceptions last week against the Stampeders. Had a rough couple of weeks. And here he has his pass tipped and picked up by Matt Elam, who takes it to the 1. The Riders would score a touchdown from there. Dan, you were commenting, you were watching this game and just marveling at this crowd.
The crowd was bonkers.
Bombers punting.
46-yarder. And on the return, Moore got away. Look out. Kyler Moore. First punt return to the Canadian Football League. Back inside, and it's a touchdown.
That's Chris Cuthbert on the call. Chris Cuthbert takes no time off during the summer. He's calling all the best CFL games. Kyron Moore, 65 yards. First CFL punt return in his second game is a big one. Andrew Harris, just 13 yards last week against Calgary. The league's leading rusher, running for 158 yards on this day. Chris Stradley, in at quarterback for the Bombers, finds Darvin Adams. Beautiful catch. Adams 4 TDs in his last 3 games. Bombers up 17-14 on the road. Charleston Hughes comes into the game with sacks in 7 straight. And you can make it 8 straight. That is the longest sack streak in the CFL since 2010. We're talking sack streak. We're talking sack streak. And early in the 4th, Zach Collaros. So nice to see him playing well. Hooking up with Marcus Thigpen. That is a 25-yard touchdown. Riders up 24-20. Thigpen, first receiving touchdown this season. Nichols looking for a 12th career fourth quarter game-winning drive. It will not happen here. Picked off by Ed Gainey. Bombers have now lost 3 straight for the first time since 2015. The Saskatchewan Roughriders, they listened to what Rob Vanstone said, and they buried the Blue Bombers on Sunday and have won 3 straight themselves. Here is more on Moore in his first Labor Day game.
It felt real good. It felt real good to be out here.
Man, he been doing this.
They kept telling me that the atmosphere is going to be real good, but I didn't know it was going to be like this. So it surprised me, especially coming from a small school. I never had a crowd like this. So it really, I was overwhelmed.
I got to be better. I mean, we had the ball a couple times, down 3 late in the game, and we couldn't get anything going. I mean, I got to find a way to get us going, and you know, so for me, I'm, you know, obviously disappointed in myself.
So a disappointing run for Matt, but how about Zach Collaros? How has he performed on Labor Day weekend in his career? He's won all 4 of his contests. Playing great football right now. Threw for 250 yards and a touchdown and a pick on Sunday. Held below 300 passing yards in a Labor Day game for the first time in his career. I'm going to need some water, but first I'm going to tell you this.
I'm happy to report Andrew dropped us off water for the first time ever. There's a hair in mine, and it's warm, so I'm assuming it's from the toilet.
So Andrew got some toilet water for us as we tell you about the Labor Day Classic in Calgary. Edmonton has not won on Labor Day since 2011. The Eskimos, though, only 4 points back of the Stamps for first in the West. That is a massive game we have for you on Monday, and that will be followed by the Argos and Tabbies. Toronto coming off that tough loss to Montreal. They're 3-6. The Tabbies 4-5. By the way, Hamilton 4-0 at Tim Hortons Field on Labor Day.
A few things signal the end of summer. The calendar and the U.S. Open at Flushing Meadows. A park's name that will always make me giggle inside my head. Anyway, Milos Raonic, the last Canadian standing, facing fellow giant John Isner in the 4th round. Now, Isner, he's the same man who knocked Raonic out of the last major, which was Wimbledon. 9 of the 13 sets these two have played coming into Sunday have needed a tiebreak. 4th set, Raonic down 2-1 on break point to open the set. Goes up the line to break up 5-3. Raonic is serving for the set. Down double break point. Winner? Down the line. After winning the next 2 points, Raonic has a chance to close out the set. It was a great day of sports viewing on TSN on Sunday, I got to tell you. 5-setter. And all without a tiebreak. Raonic needed a medical timeout before the 5th set, saying he felt sharp pain in his right hip, felt it on his serves. Isner held the opening to open the 5th, goes up the line on the first point where Raonic had to serve after the visit from the trainer. After Raonic hit a forehand, not moving so well. Facing break point, Raonic, double faults. Isner takes the lead, and Raonic is staring at an 0-4 career record in the 4th round of the U.S. Open, serving to stay alive at 5-2. Isner doesn't get much on the return, but it's enough. Raonic not at 100%. This is his first 5-setter since last year's Wimbledon. Match point, Raonic sends it into the net. He falls to 1-5 in his career against Isner. Loses in his latest attempt to reach the U.S. Open quarters for the first time. Didn't use his injury as an excuse, though.
He was playing better than me at that point. He was creating more opportunities. It just sort of slowed me down a bit, but it wasn't the deciding factor by any means.
And how would you describe the 2018 Grand Slam season?
Oof. It needs some work.
Thanks, Milos.
From the round of 16, Rafa Nadal through to the quarters, 4-set victory. Juan Martín del Potro through in straight sets. On the women's side, defending U.S. Open champ Sloane Stephens won in straight sets. And we will have more 4th round action Monday. It all begins at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific on TSN2. Now, as we mentioned off the top of the show, I've been on the dock at Bob McKenzie's cottage the past few months. Hey, Brendo, anything new with the Blue Jays?
Oh, yeah. Josh Donaldson just got traded.
No way. Okay, well, if we have to rebuild, we have to rebuild. I've always said sell high, am I right? What do we get for the former MVP?
We don't know.
We don't know?
They won't say.
They won't say?
Well, they said that they're going to say later. They'll say later.
Later? Like when the season's over?
They won't say.
Is everything okay over there with that team?
No.
First 2 starts.
Guess he just left. Jays wrapping up the series against Miami in a 6-game road trip. And Sean Reid-Foley, who got hit around pretty bad his first 2 Major League starts, looking for his first win of his Major League career in his 3rd start, and retires the side in the 1st and gets some help here from Devin Travis. With a runner on, Starlin Castro, the liner to second, doubles off the runner at first. Reed Foley showing some love for Travis. Teoscar Hernandez, meanwhile, is not homered in 17 straight games. With 2 on in the 5th, that'll be number 19 on the season. I still love that home run sculpture. I wish he had hit it to straightaway center. Bottom half, Reed Foley in a bit of a jam. Bases loaded. He walks in a run. Then he's facing Brian Anderson. He gets him chasing the high slider. Giving up just 1 run and getting out of the jam. He went 7 strong. He struck out 10. That is 1 shy of a Jays rookie record. Meanwhile, Vladdy Guerrero Jr. coming off a 3-hit game on Saturday. His Bisons taking on Syracuse in the 7th. 0 for 2 to this point. He goes opposite field for a solo shot. Then he finished 1 for 4. He has a .340 average with 1 game left in the season. And the Bisons lose to the Cuse.
Both Sox, red ones and white ones. Chicago honoring broadcaster Hawk Harrelson. He's been calling White Sox games since 1990. He's going to retire after the season, and it didn't take long
Get him 2 times
for him to use his signature call.
That is high into left field. Stretch! Stretch! He looks up, you can put it on the board! Yes!
Tim Anderson with his 18th of the year on the 5th pitch of the game. Almost everything on Hawk Day goes his way. Exactly. Guess who almost gets a souvenir?
3 out of 10 times right. You're great. You took it right away from him.
That's right. Hey, it's your day. I didn't want to ruin it by having to get hit by a ball.
A.J. Pierzynski comes up with the grab, steals it away from Hawk, gives it to the fans. In the 4th, Hawk with a chance to call a pair of home runs. Call a pair of home runs on the same at bat? What?
That ball hit deep. Stay fair. Yes, you can put it on the board. Palka.
Hawk, as happy as that you can put it on the board, yes, was. I think this one might be reviewed because that ball might have been foul.
Yeah, Palka's home run actually was foul. So the home run comes off the board. A few pitches later.
There you go. Stay fair. Let me tell you, you'll see this. Put it on the board. Yes, for the 2nd time.
That might be the first time in history a guy got a trot twice and won it back. I'll tell you.
No better homer in baseball than Hawk.
Oh, man.
Sox win big. When we last joined you here on the program, the Angels' Shohei Ohtani, we figured, was done pitching for the season because of a sprained ligament in his elbow. Oh, how the passage of time changes things. Ohtani back on the hill Sunday night for the first time since June, and with the start, he joined Babe Ruth in the history books. For what? Oh, we'll get to that. Angels visiting the Astros. Ohtani on a pitch count expected to throw about 50 pitches. In the 2nd, tries to field a chopper. One problem, ball deflects off his pitching hand. And Scioscia and the training staff, they want to check him out, but Ohtani says, hey, you stay there. I'm good. Ohtani's velocity. Let's check in on that. From the 1st inning, he's in the high 90s. Hits 97 on the gun. In the 3rd, facing George Springer.
Great personalities.
Oh, that only hit 92. Same at bat. Ohtani tries the off-speed, and Springer jumps on the Tap City trolley. Yeah, Springer knows something's a bit off with Ohtani.
He lost his velo, man. Bro, I was like, hey, go get him.
The 2-run homer here in the 30th.
Lost his velo. Ohtani pulled after one more batter. Scioscia asking him for the ball. Ohtani says, hey, you want to shake hands? No, give me the ball. Ohtani, the first player since Babe Ruth in 1919 to pitch 50 innings and hit 15 homers in a season. There you go. We got there, finally.
American League West Division, as of this moment, they are 2.5 games back. And in the wild card standings, they're looking a little bit better there, as are the New York Yankees. Obviously, Seattle, Tampa Bay. Seattle has a chance to make up some ground, by the way. They have a 3-game set with Baltimore. Not a great team. Starting Monday. When we return, suspending Schmidt. The NHL comes down to the Vegas Blue Liner. The latest as Season 2 of Jay and Dan continues after this. Ken Chilliwack sponsoring our walkover clock today. It's Hound Dog's Duotang Emporium. Yeah, if you need a Duotang for your kids as they're heading back to school, Hound Dog's got it for you. He had to make some money while we were off all summer. Our stats guy, Hound Dog.
It's the longest I've walked in months.
Okay.
Vegas Golden Knights defenseman Nate Schmidt suspended 20 games for violating the NHL's performance-enhancing substances policy. Now, in response to the punishment, Schmidt released a strong statement. Let's show you part of it. I'm extremely disappointed to learn that I've been suspended for a violation of the performance-enhancing substances program. Throughout my playing career, I've been tested numerous times, including twice last season, and I've never tested positive. Not only did I not intentionally take a banned substance, I could not have received any performance enhancement benefit from the trace amount that inadvertently got into my system at a level that was far too small to have any effect. Close quote. The Vegas Golden Knights also released a statement. Here's a portion. While we respect the performance-enhancing substances program and are committed to its success, we strongly disagree with the suspension. We firmly believe that the presence of a trace of the banned substance was accidental and unintentional. Based on our conversations with Nate, analysis from independent medical experts, and sworn testimony from the parties involved, we believe it is clear Nate was not able to reasonably ascertain how the substance entered his body. End of statement. He's going to lose a lot, too. He's going to lose over $400,000 in salary.
He brought in an expert in environmental contamination to the appeals hearing, and this expert told the jury that, told the appeals person, that the amount of banned substance in Nate's body was equivalent to a pinch of salt in an Olympic-sized swimming pool. But every time the Olympics come around, the people who judge the races always put just a pinch of salt in there.
For good luck.
That's right.
Carson Wentz working his way back from a torn ACL. He's yet to be cleared for contact. And after it was reported on Saturday that Nick Foles would be getting the start Week 1 against the Falcons, Doug Peterson was in a foul mood with the media on Sunday.
First of all, I appreciate y'all putting words in my mouth this week, and therefore, I'm not going to discuss it.
How were words put in your mouth?
You saw the reports.
What report?
Next question.
Next question. Who here put the words in?
Next question.
I know, but what reporter here put the words in your mouth?
I'm not answering the question.
I know, but you said you. Well, that makes no sense. You're not going to lump us all together. Okay.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
All right.
I'm going to lump you all together.
Okay. Well, that's good.
How is video I take of my daughter riding a bike better than video of an NFL head coach?
Yeah, it's pretty bad stuff. He was referring to Ian Rappaport of the NFL Network reported that Peterson had decided that that Nick Foles would start, not Carson Wentz this week. And Peterson, at least maybe he decided it, but he hadn't announced it. And so they took it out on the local media. Poor local media in Philly.
And guess who has that game?
We have it.
Yeah.
Yeah, on TSN.
That's right.
And CTV2. When we come back, the National League playoff race is getting crazier, according to the script I just read on the teleprompter.
Tim Hortons drive-thru, as before most shows, we got some steep teas. Had a gentleman in line. He also got a steep tea. It's a popular beverage. Saskatchewan Roughriders beat the Bombers 31-23 in a comeback effort in their Labor Day Classic, and it was a fresh pot, too. The victory was Saskatchewan's 13th in the last 14 tries in the annual Labor Day Classic against Winnipeg. The Riders have now won 3 straight. They're now in a tie with the Eskimos for second place in the West. I think his name was Wilson?
The guy who got the steep tea?
Or Wesley? Milos Raonic.
Steep tea for Wilson or Wesley. One he is.
We were the only two there, so...
Which one of you is Wilson? Which one of you is Wesley? Because this steep tea ain't getting any hotter. Okay.
Jays beat the Marlins.
College football, number 8 Miami taking on number 25 LSU. Ooh. Pre-game shenanigans. The coaches were upset at each other. Wow. Much to the dismay of Miami's mascot, Wilson, or Wendell. We're not sure.
Or it might have been Winston. It was a W. I'm almost certain of that. Best pennant race in all of baseball. The same place it's been all season, the NL West. 3 teams separated by a game, and 2 of those teams completing a 4-game series Sunday in L.A. I had a rush job on that intro. Tim wanted it, so I mailed it in. First place in the NL West on the line. LA's won 7 of their last 8 games to Arizona in the standings. Dodgers up 1-0 in the 7th. Bases loaded, 1 out. Alex Avila at the dish. Joe Davis, he's the voice of the Dodgers, good friend of ours. He's 17 years old. Bellinger's throw ends then, no it doesn't. Goldschmidt slid under the tag, call reverse, it's a tie game, 9th inning. Daniel Descalso drives one to left center. Bellinger at the wall, leaps. Did he get it? No, he didn't, solo run. D-backs take the lead. Bellinger, how close was he to getting that? It was inches away. Flashing back Saturday night, Dodgers down 2 in the 8th. Matt Kemp, 3-run home run off Archie Bradley to get LA the lead and win. Bottom 9 on Sunday, 2 on. Bradley called on from the bullpen to face Matt Kemp. First pitch. Kemp, the hero again. He's 8 for 16 lifetime against Bradley as the Dodgers walk it off.
Wow. Okay, so would Colorado keep pace?
Doubles leaders.
Taking on the Padres, top 4, Trevor Story.
This ball.
He has almost 70 extra base hits this season. He has 69. He passes Troy Tulowitzki for the single-season record by a Rocky shortstop. And then in the 6th, an RBI double gives him that record as he goes 2 for 4 with an RBI. So the Colorado Rockies keeping pace with the Dodgers in the National League West. We'll get to that race in just a second, as you can see here. And how about the West? The Rockies keeping pace with the Dodgers, but the bad news for Colorado and Arizona is if they don't win that division, the wild card may be out of reach as Milwaukee and St. Louis hold on to those top 2 spots now. A lot of fun stuff happening in the world of sports on Sunday. I understand you spent your entire Sunday on the couch just watching spurts.
And eating chicken. It was delicious.
When we come back, we hit the track for a busy Sunday of Vroom Vroom. Well, during our summer vacation, Dan and I wrote letters to each other. Now, unfortunately, they were delivered here to the studio. We haven't even had a chance to open them yet.
Yeah, so we thought we'd open them up and share our correspondence. So this is to me from you.
That's right.
It's nice. Thanks for thinking of me on your vacation.
I like to write letters. It's an old-fashioned way of communicating. I think it's nice.
Dear Dan, my summer's been amazing. I'm having the time of my life at Bob McKenzie's cottage. It's gone so well that he's giving me the keys to the place. We've been drinking margaritas and listening to Blue Rodeo every day until sundown. Anyway, I gotta go. Gino Red is starting a human pyramid, and I'm at the top. Sorry you weren't invited. Summer J.
Oh, man, that was a good time.
Sounds fun.
Gino tells some crazy stories late at night when the margarita machine is working. Now, this is your letter to me. Dear Jay, listen. Due to some gambling mistakes, the Dan O'Toole you knew is dead. I'm now named Brent Langer. It's been rough. Let's just say that Brent Langer doesn't exactly live the Dan O'Toole lifestyle. I mostly spend my days checking payphones for quarters and drinking pond water. Anyways, I bought a book of spells, and I'm hoping the magic contained in this sacred tomb will turn my life around. The book is called The Da Vinci Code. Regards, Summer Brent Langer. So, man, Brent.
Can't win them all.
I like SportsCenter with Jay and Brent. That has a nice ring to it.
And if you're going to the game, you're in for a treat because you got Tebe, the pride of Peterborough. He sings Little Denim on Denim. And Monster Truck is performing, the pride of Hamilton.
How about Brent Langer? Will he be there?
Possibly.
And a special appearance from Brent Langer. A new video allegedly of Texas Senator Ted Cruz attempting to dunk off a trampoline emerged Saturday. Let's see how he did.
Does he know how jumping works?
It was a rare performance for Ted Cruz, as he is typically very good at basketball.
Yeah, he's so good at basketball, he's selling his secrets.
Discover the basketball training secrets that have helped Senator Ted Cruz achieve basketball greatness. Cruz World, basketball skills video, jump shot, layups, falling down. Cruz World teaches you revolutionary new techniques that have made professional scouts say, why does he keep doing this? Rex Mayberry Jr. of Southeastern Basketball Quarterly calls it embarrassing. Many professional athletes are excited to learn from Cruz, like Magic Johnson.
And if you do, you'll be #1.
And President of the United States, Donald Trump.
The Space Force.
Cruz World, basketball skills video. It'll answer all your questions like,
how tall is that basketball rim?
Have your credit card ready.
I'm looking forward to getting that.
Still to come, the triumphant return of the greatest awards segment in television history with new animation.
I'm full of tears.
Aren't we all?
Hold me, Brent Langer.
There's that new animation.
That was good. That was really strong. Better than I expected.
And that's a real picture. We were in a canoe.
Are you kidding me?
One of the things we did this summer. Race and trot. Oh, sorry, go ahead, Dan.
Yeah. CJ Cron trying to advance to third. Melky Cabrera with a hose for an arm. Gets it there on the fly for the double play.
Another great defensive play from the clean. Greg Allen, slow roller, Joey Wendell. Well, that's the guy who was in line with you for the steep tees.
Bang, bang play. At first, and if that call stands, Joey Wendell has just made two incredible back-to-back.
Back to the U.S. Open, #1, Rafa Nadal has to reach for this forehand. He sends it down the line with authority. That was sensational stuff from the Spaniard. Advanced the quarters with a 4-set win Sunday.
He's like a gazette.
Why are you reading it like that?
Because, oh boy. Hey, we're a little rusty.
Is that what Brent Langer would have done? Brent Langer, what a summer you had.
Yeah, again, a little rust. It takes a few shows.
No, I think you're doing just fine. And right after this concert, you're heading to a Deadmau5 concert.
Nah, not going.
Did I call this show a concert?
Yeah.
Oh, man, we didn't have the best premiere of season 2.
You blew it. We pointed out our errors. I blew it when I said the Sox win big. The Red Sox and White Sox were playing each other. The White Sox won the game. It still made sense. I wasn't wrong.
Yeah. It's like when the Rough Riders used to play the Rough Riders in the CFL.
You blew it during the Yankees pack. You kept calling Mikey Maddock. Mikey Maddock?
Yeah. I thought it was Maddock.
You blew it when you said the town of Ajax, Ontario is the home of Dutch soccer team Ajax.
I always thought that.
I blew it during the Jannies. I butchered a bunch of names. And TSN blew it by getting rid of all the water coolers over our summer break. So the water we've been drinking is straight from a urinal.
So apparently the water coolers were contaminated? This whole time? What?
Yeah. You broke the door.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can put that back on the table.
It's literally right off the rails.
All right, well, we got it.